All right. Good morning. Good morning. I'm greeting those following us from from YouTube channel. Good morning, all. We are starting a very fresh database, Mysql database tutorial. Before we start the Spring Boot, Angular, and all that. So I've started doing some things, but let me start afresh. Yes, this is a tutorial we want to follow for us to familiarize ourselves with MySQL as a beginner, right? So, and I want to make use of the prompts before we start using the workbench, and I want to log into my SQL database through command prompt. All right. So maybe I want to clear the screen, and I'll type MySQL and -u means user, and the user is root -p. You can type in your, for example, if your password is 123, you can do it this way, but then everybody sees your password. All right. So you now delay the supply of password until when you are asked to supply. So while you are supplying, the system protect your password with asterisk. All right. And this is okay. Then we want to check the version, and we want to check date. You know, the date is going to be pulled out from your system date and time. Okay. So now select is going to be used as a command. It pulls out things for you, and then select the first thing is what version. You want to know the version of the MySQL we're using. When I do this, it gives me version, right? And then I want to, after selecting that, I want to select current date, current underscore date, and then there's another command that says now. So let's see the difference between these two. So you see the now command gives you date and time, right? While the current date gives you only date. But you can manipulate this now for you to get only date. So these are parts of things you need to know. So this, it pulls out for you from where? From the system time and date. So I think here they try to use kind of, it's the same thing, right? But it's telling you that you can use capital letters. Keywords may be entered in any case. Okay. Small letter, capital letter, uppercase, lowercase. There'll be no issue. You can as well use MySQL to do calculations. This, he says, sine, pi. If you check, what is pi? You know, these are predefined values, right? Pi itself. Of course, we use it for calculations. Pi as a function, it gives you 3.14. All right. Then he tries to divide this pi by 4 and then push it to sine. You know, sine, part of trig, right? Trigonometric. He now says sine. You know, if you divide this by 4, what will happen? So if you do not terminate, this is what will happen. It gives you another line, thinking that you needed more lines. But then if it is a mistake as it is like this, since it's a mistake, then you terminate with what? Statement terminator or backslash what? G. Then it gives you the. So they wanted to pick sign of what? Sign of pi. So you now see sign, select sign of what? Pi over what? 4. Then you terminate. Then it gives you it gives you 0.70 something. I don't know. Yes, it's correct as it is here with this. Then, so it tells you that you can make calculations, even more robust, more sophisticated calculations than this, than only this. So I think you can check the user, who's the user that logs in. You can also check current date and time. So you can check the user, select who's the user. Currently is local, is what? Root user. That is the admin. Okay, so please follow this tutorial. Where you have problems, you let us know. It's a very simple something, and it has no any problem. I think there will be no problem while you are following. Try to go through the tutorial, read through and all that. It's very simple. That's where we will continue. I think where you start creating database yourself. All right, load into creating. Yes, I think this is where we continue. You know, I went through the index, so you should be doing such for you to navigate. And before that, let's do some things here. When you type in show databases, you're going to see the entire databases that are found in your system. Can you see? These are my databases. If you check for your own, in my own case, I have so many databases. I'm trying to come to this assignment solution. But I think if I should show you something, you can continue doing it. Then when we meet next, we try to kind of conclude. If you make a normal installation, anytime you install this version 8, it comes along, not only version 8 databases, it comes along with a database attached. Some of these databases, they are called sample databases. Can you see this world database? I was not the one who created it. It comes along, but all other ones were created by me for my projects I'm handling and all that. So this world, we want to use it to solve this problem. Please, can you see this? It says write an overview of Mysql. This, you handle it. Install this or any higher version, and this is the one installed in my system. There are other versions higher than it. It's in with version 2 and version 3, 8.2, 8.3. So it says that you should write an SQL command that displays what? The entire databases in the server. I mean the entire databases in the server, yes, which is show database. It says you make what? Database world active. And I told you this world database was not created by me. It was created by, it comes handy with once you install built in. So you make it active. I just want to make it active, then we switch to Workbench because it is easier to handle data over there. How do you make it active? You now say use what? World. Then it says explore the structure of all tables. Structure of all tables. Anyway, let's explore the tables first. If you want to see the tables, you put in show what? Show tables. How many tables do we have? 3 tables, yes. Please let me switch to I know it's not easy for one to work there. Let me switch to here, Workbench. When you install your MySQL, it comes, you install it together with Workbench. You have no issue when you install it. It comes handy, but you have to select it while installing it. So please let me quickly show databases here. You see, this is more friendly. It gives you like kind of intelligence, code guessing, and then what? Show databases. These are the databases pulled out. Then you check down here. You see what? World. Can you see? You can even copy. Then you now say select. Sorry, use this. Okay. Then you now, I have two buttons here. This, it executes the statement where cursor is being placed. But for this, it executes the entire statement. All right. So it makes it active. I will now say what? Show what? Show tables. Then so these are the tables. The system. The question says that we should check the structure of what? Each and every table. How do you check the structure? Structure of a table, you check it by saying describe. So disk is the short form of what? Describe. I can pick either of the two. So if you check, this is the structure. Can you see the structure of city as a table? City, it has how many columns? This is a column, this is a column, this is a column, this is a column, this is another column. Right? So you do for all tables. Country is there, and what? Language. Let me copy them. I've copied, and I want to describe the two at the same time. Describe country. This is what you see. See, Mysql Workbench is so much friendly. You can walk around, you can navigate. This is the content of what? Content. This is the structure of not content. Sorry, structure. Then this is language, country language, and this is the structure of country language. Then explore the tables, commands. You write commands that views the content, the entire content of the table city. How do you view content of table city? I've copied it here. To view content, you use what? Select statement. Okay. Then you now run. So this is the content. This is the content. If I want to know how many rows I have over there, I can now see count, not count. Count asterisk. Asterisk means all columns. Okay, all columns, all fields. So it counts. It tells me that I have how many rows? 4,079 rows. So please go through the questions. I think it says count number of rows. I've done that. It says write a query command to search for a what? A city called what? All cities in Nigeria. From where? From city. How do we do that? For us to do that, we need to explore what is here. So if you check, this is ID, name, country code. So what is the country code for Nigeria? If you know the country code of Nigeria, you can then do what? You can search for all cities that are having Nigeria as a country. But since we don't know, let's try something. Let me just say Lagos, for example. You know, here, look at something here. This is filtration. You can check while the query, while your result, the result sets are here. You can further filter them here by supplying some. You see, nothing is like that. I think the Nigerian something is NG something. I did it once. But can you see something here? Can you see one dot here? This is the disadvantage of using community version of Mysql Workbench. The Workbench gives you the entire, Workbench doesn't give you the entire data you queried. It gives you only first 100 rows. What? First 100 rows. But if you search it, if you take this query here on console gives you everything. Are we there? Can you see something? Yes, it gives. Then this one? Okay. You are not understanding that one? So see, this gives you everything. But if you want to go beyond 100 rows in Workbench, then you need to subscribe to the paid version. There is this. I'm using the community version since it is solving my problems, and I know with the fact that anything beyond 100 it will not display. That's why it is given. This is called ellipses, right? Ellipses. So if you want to see everything, you will go for the paid version. But we can still filter here. Let's filter. I just want to do something because I forgot the country code for Nigeria. Here, sorry, Ibadan. I wanted to search Ibadan, Kano, and Ibadan. Then let's see Kano, Kaduna, and something. I want to see the country code. Kano. As a district. Okay, it has finished, right? It has finished. I think it was NGN. If I can recall, it was NGN. Because we need to know the country code before we search. You know, I wrote the questions myself. Huh? What? NGN. So let's see NG. But the country code here is 3 letters. No, that's not how they have done it. You know, they just search world database and they did something. You think you mean this, NIG? That's not how they have done it. That should be Lagos. But let's search if there is. I want to make now. Okay, let's now search using our queries. You know, this is district, right? I want to search. Look at something here. Can you see district? There is a district called Kabul. But you know we have 4,000 rows here. There is a district called Herat. Where is this found? The name of Herat name as a something, Kabul as a, and this is the population. And you know, this is world database. So I want to check if there is anything maybe in the district that resemble either Lagos, Kaduna, something, because they just searched for samples of states, all right, and then they put it's not all states. So I want to now do something so we can explore more complex queries here. You can now say you want to see, you know, cities where what, where the district. Sometimes I copy from here and I paste it here. You see the advantage of using this. Then I want to search if there is anything that resembles that is like Lagos, whether there is something before it or after it. This is what we call text, string operations. All right, but this now you can now see, you can introduce two things. I mean, two quotations, then two what? What is this? What is this? Percentage sign, and now see Lagos. So we check if there is anything that resembles. There is no. Let's see. Let me check for Kano, for example. Mostly Abuja. Yes, that must be Abuja, I think. Abuja. No, we wanted to check if Abuja is okay. This is in between, right? So if it starts, that means if it starts with what? If it starts with Abuja or anything, then Abuja, right? Or let me confirm what I'm doing first. This is Kabul, right? So let's check if it can give us Kabul or Harat. Let's do this. So that means our query is not correct. Let me see first. That this, you can't just search something like this. Okay. I thought there must be something. So let's try Lagos now. Okay, it's there. Oh, what's happening? What's wrong with me this morning? So Lagos is here. Okay, no. This is not what I wanted doing. I made a mistake. That means I have to know whether Lagos is there. Look at, when I say strict, it's not this. This not strict. The like. That must be like. Okay. Like, this word must come in. Like, for you to use to do the first one I wanted to do. Like, let me just see just say lag, for example. You see, I did not spell it completely right, but it will pull it out for me. Lag. So anything in which this LAG appears. Los Lagos, alright? Los Lagos is about Nigeria, right? You see the Lagos, that means Lagos. Name Lagos. NGA, this is now the country name for. You see, it's like I want to search if your name starts with Abdul. So it will search for Abdul Razak, Abdul Kabir, Abdul Rahman, you understand? But I made mistake of writing the statement firstly with this. But for that one, it's only if you vividly know what you are searching for. You understand? Now, if I make it Lagos completely, then other things like these, like this very one will not. Like this, Lagos, something like that will not be there. Can you see? Lagos. So this is now Lagos. All right. So this is Nigeria, right? Are we there? Sorry for the mix-up. Then country code. Our country code is what? NGA. But then what says the question? The question says what? Query. Write a query. Write a query command to search for all cities from where. So what do we do? That means the reason why I'm looking for all queries, all cities in Nigeria will have to have something like NGA as a country code, right? So how do we write this query? Thank you. Select from city. That is the table name. Where is a condition. Where country code. Thank you. Where country code equals exactly. Now exactly equals to, not like. We are certain now. Exactly equals to what? Sorry, NGA, sorry, NGA, right? NGA. NGA. It is just less sensitive. So can you see it has now pulled out all this for us? Right? Can you see? This is now the something. Now it's further asks you. Now these are districts, right? They are districts. Makodi is in district Benue, and it's having population of what? 123,000, right? 100, is it? And Latvia is having a population. This is their world population, and I don't know where it is really. Where is Inisa, Oyo, and Osun? Then Shagamu. Shagamu should be Lagos, right? Okay, Ogun. Akwa Ibom. And all this. Are we there? Then write another query command to search for what? All cities, and order by what? Order by who? You order the list by ID, by name, by country code, by district, and by population. So what do we do here? This is now the one that does the queries. Let me save this. I don't have to be very careful. I've been looking for one thing I couldn't see really, so I have to be very careful with these files. Let me create another folder here that says 2024 Service 2024. Let's see, Kasu. Service, Kasu 2024. So I'll be saving everything here, please. The query command here. World's query, right? World's database query. Please try to practice all these things. You see, we haven't started creating databases, and we started with queries. Maybe in our next class we just talk something about how to create them. We start the maybe one of the two, either the back end or front end or something. So here the question says that you should write another query command that search all cities in Nigeria, and then order the what? Order the list by ID. If you check here, already it has been by ID, but then it has been, for you to order, you now say order by. Ordering means sorting, right? Order by what? By ID. Order by ID. And which ID? This ID, right? So it will order it. Please, let's talk about something that the question did not ask for. Look at something here. 2741, then followed by what? 2742. This is the arrangement in the table, right? This is it's an auto-incremental something. So this order by, it means it is lower, from lower to higher, right? Is it? So what if I want it reverse order? So now we have two things here. You see order by, you now see ascending, ASC, ascending, descending. Ascending means what? As it is, right?
Yes.
From lowest to the highest. Then let me copy this query. You see the person that says we should continue, you cannot be doing this. You should familiarize yourself with Workbench. It is easier. Then descending now. Descending means what? Top to bottom, right? I mean top, bottom to top. Yeah. So can you see it started from 2004 down something? Are we there? The next question says what? By name. Name of what? Huh? Name of? Huh? Yes, so let's just if it is name of country, it will not change. Nothing will change. Let me go by this. Name of the what? Name of the district, thank you. But let's go by name of the district. This here, right? Where is district name? Here. District. By name of the district. Order by what? I will remove ID, right? Order by district name. Can you see district name now? Anambra started because it started with what? With A. And look at the ID here. The ID is being what? Huh? The ID is what? Scattered, thank you. Because we ordered by what? By district. Next we order by what? Country code. So I copy and I'll paste it here and I'll order by what? Country code. But country code, if you order by country code, does it really change?
No, it's still the same thing.
By country code is by ID. Alright? But do you know that you can order by two things? Anyway, let's finish first. Then by district. Okay, so the name here, what you suggested is not, I mentioned district here. Probably, I don't know really. Maybe it means this name. Okay? Because look at something, it says by district here. And we did by name. So let's do by what? By name. So while answering question, please try to understand what you're doing. The system, if you are able to understand, the system gives you what you wanted. Otherwise, you search for. So you see here, by name here, it's ordered the name, ABC. Are we there? Then by population. Now the last is that by what? By population, by this. That means it will pick the one, the higher population up there, and then. Can you see by population here? This is scattered. Here is also scattered, and here it begins from the lowest then to the highest. That is good. Now let's see complicated questions. What if somebody says that he wants you to order by population, and at the same time the district here should be ordered? Are we there? Even though when you pick population it will be hard, but let's try it. If you want to make ordering by two things, then you introduce comma immediately after this, then introduce the other criteria. If for example you want to order by district, here you introduce it and then you check. Can you see something here? Has it changed? Let me copy the former query here. It will give you population. It will consider population first. Then later, after considering population, it considers what? The district or something. And anyway, it's still the same thing because we said population. So let's check if we can combine these two things, by name then by district. Because what we wanted is, if you have more than one, can you see here we have more than one district? So you should mention it, finish it first before it hybridizes things. For example, if I say you go by name and I keep quiet like this, what will happen? let me check where Oyo comes in. Can you see Ede, this, then Oyo. Then, for example, if I want to come up with another criteria here, I think it will slightly make some differences. But you may not really, you may not really understand. So can you see here, how many Osun do we have at the place? 3. Formerly it was giving us Oyo Osun only 1. So it will finish first, then now the last here, which is not here also, is not in the question. This population, if I ask you now what is the total population with regards to this data, what is the total population for Nigeria? How do we compute? We sum all the populations, right? Huh? Yeah. So how do we do that? Yeah, the same thing now. Or virtually same. You know, say select. I want to sum up this. Huh? I want to sum up population. I will now introduce, there is a command here called what? Sum. What are we summing? What are we summing? This. From city. From city where Nigeria, right? Where the country code is NGN. Can you see the population here? So you count number of things. I can divide it by 2, for example, or by 10, or by anything. I can just pick this and now say, if I divide it, how many districts do we have? If we want to take as an average of every district, how many districts do we have? We counted, I think they said 4,000 plus, right? Let's check it here, because that row represent it represent districts, right? Like for example, this gives us something. Then let's count it. I'm just trying to give you a kind of an idea how you'll be querying. You have to use 64 districts. So that means when I divide by 64, I will get an average how many we expect each district to have, right? When I divide by 4. Can you see? And then average, this is what we are expected to see per district. So then you have a lot of things you can I think let's stop this video and maybe probably